Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon 2 for a trip to Respect Mountain, where everybody just loves everybody else so damn much. I will say we didn't get any new stress-reducing relationships, which is a little bit of a bummer, I suppose. But you know what's really good for your stress? Winning combat. So here we go.
At last, the great ziggurat, temple of failure and regret.
So, I guess the respectful relationship overwrote the other relationship that they had, or this respectful relationship, right? Because they already had a respectful relationship, but we've like swapped the targets now, I think. Yeah, and the other relationship we had, the stress-reducing one, has just been fully overwritten. Okay, weird. Weird stuff. Yep, the map says there's a mountain up there. Fair enough. It does seem like maybe kind of a fucked up thing to do to intentionally steer the horses into debris. I'm just really thinking about that for the first time, because you can't see the horses very well. It's easy to forget they're up there. Okay, that's normal. You know, Oblivion's Ingress. The place where we do that. Shall we fight the cultists with bonus speed and strength? Or just fight them a normal amount? Gee, I wonder. Leave naught but bones for the buzzards. Let us crush some nerds. There's a big nerd. I'll give him that. Alright. So... I was about to say, geez, did I really only... Hold on, something's wrong here. I did not only master one ability, but that's right. The yellow thing indicates that it's relationship affected. It's the blue thing that indicates that it's upgraded. I gotta feel like as much fun as it is to give Boudica a strength bonus, I feel like we gotta burn the dodge off of the cherub, right? Oh, that's annoying. Okay, you're still getting Iron Swanned, you little monster. And then sadly, I can't quite finish the job. I think we gotta just throw the knife, right? As much as I hate having to spend another attack there.
This is no time to falter.
Jesus. Okay, Actually, I think maybe we just hit this guy because I need the health. Yeah, that was a lot of damage. You know what? I personally think that maybe the light should just be all the way on all the time. Maybe that's where we live. Alright, I can't heal anymore. Yeah, I think we just cut. Just cut, keep stacking up the buffs. So how much HP do you have left? 11? We can make this happen. Get that big dodge for Barristan. Alright, can't move, that's fine. We probably weren't going to. Damn. It's actually very annoying. Alright, that took forever. You know what? Let's hit Barristan with the spring water. I don't want to let his stress get anywhere near out of control. That's a shame. Damn, the knockback would have been nice. Okay, I think we will take a second to... Oh, you have to be under a third. Okay, never mind. We will not take a second to do that. We shall simply stab you in the face until such time as you are dead. Yeah, I'm gonna do it again.
There is comfort in company.
Maybe I should be saving it,
The
but
fiend's strength dwindles.
again, I just feel like managing the level of stress is really valuable. Please, death blow. All right, I got a little bit more real than I was expecting, but we came out of it. No rewards. Fair enough. Okay, so hold on a second. Before we go any further here... combat items. Do I want to change anything up? That's a burn removal. We probably aren't actually going to need to Glimmer of Hope all that much, so... I'm gonna give her the Smoke Bomb.
Behold, the source of the stain, gateway to incomprehensible emptiness.
Okay.
Pity the great denier, chained by its own command.
Cannot use stress heal skills or items. Well, then I'm definitely glad I was doing it preemptively. So you caught a blind already. Shackle of Despair, the Latch of Regret, the Bolt of Lamentation, and the Padlock of Wasting, and they all have the same health, but they definitely don't have the same resistances, which is interesting. The Padlock of Wasting is particularly hard to kill. Do I want to hit this for the combo token chances? No, I think we probably want to just we probably want to pick one and just have at it, right? Just try to focus one of them down. Ooh, nice. Very respectful. Alright, yeah, I think we're going to just hard focus this first one. It's a little awkward because we can't use Thrown Dagger on it, but it doesn't have much of a blight resist. Yeesh, that is pretty overwhelming, that amount of anguish. So bleed resist 60, bleed resist 10. I think I'm gonna go ahead and focus on just dealing damage here and not try to move around the party. Can I use melee skills? Okay. I see how this is gonna be. Well. Okay, one thing we can do is I can grab... Nope, they can't be rearranged. Damn it. I was going to say we can move this thing back, but that not being on the table, maybe I just give it some vulnerability and then we, you know... I guess I'm just throwing darts at it, right? This is not even going to be a lot of extra damage, but what else can we do? So I am allowed to de-stress people. I think I'm gonna... Sorry, that was the wrong click. De-stress herself now while we can. Okay, we managed to do 8 damage straight up. And then that's a pretty serious amount of blight. Holy shit, that's a lot of damage. Okay, and he's stunned. Well, I'm gonna blind one of them. I don't know that I don't know that I can tell which one I would most like to blind here. You, I guess. Your shit's kind of annoying. And then we pass and take a stress, because I definitely don't want to yawp. Yeah. Oh, 2 stress, in fact. Okay, that's not the worst time for that. All right, a lot of good misses and stuff going on here. So you have 9 HP. That's really awkward. Everybody's going to get a chance. You know what? Let's start working on another one of them. Let's start working on the Bolt of Lamentation. And my plan for dealing with this guy is going to be a Rampart. Well, maybe we attack him now. Yeah.
One less obstacle.
Oh, they don't leave corpses. Interesting. Well, that means I definitely want a Rampart. Yeah, let's throw a stun on him. That's an okay way to spend a combo point.
Steady yourself.
So wait, the combo point was spent, but the stun didn't happen? That's gonna be no ranged. That's awkward. Well, just stack up some buffs, I guess. Yeah, we could probably stand to buff somebody here. You have the dodge. Let's hit you.
Relief comes rarely in these times. Savor it.
I'm assuming this is the final boss encounter, so I am going to go kind of all out on survival here. No sense holding on to any items. Ugh. It's just like desperately de-stressing people. And I sure wish there was a combo token up somewhere. Oh, let's keep playing out those buffs. Alright, good, good, good. No health. Yeah, okay. No health healing. That's not terrible, actually. We'll be okay.
Well done.
That was well done. Alright, I feel very good about that. I think, despite the fact that this one has some damage on it already, I think we focus up here so we can keep using Thrown Dagger. How dare you! Yeah, so those effects don't seem to happen very often. They're probably not worth, like... They're definitely not the most interesting part of the relationships, but it's cool that they exist. Oh, right, your healing is all screwed up unless you're stealthed. Well, then, you get it. Although, you didn't really get anything either. So I'm not allowed to use if it bleeds. Do I just yawp? That token, the winded token, is minus 33% damage. Ugh, I hate that. Yeah, no melee is really tough on her. All it does is give each of them one weakened attack. We're getting so close. I'm gonna do it. Well, that was maximum damage at least.
Steady yourself.
Ouch. The one weakened attack was very significant there. Let's protect. I think I want to throw up a defender. Yeah. The question is who. Honestly, it's probably Audrey. Audrey's doing a lot of our damage.
Fight through the fatigue.
Yeah, and that was what was coming next, so.
Bafflement and vexation.
Ooh. And we can't heal her. I'm really glad that that fire effect didn't land. 15? Well, I don't think we get there even with a crit, but this is going to be a lot of it. Or never mind, I'll roll low and everything will be bad. Could happen. Yep, and this damage output's going to be pretty poor. Am I better off with if it bleeds? No, this thing has 50% bleed resist. Ugh, we're also weakened all the time. Alright, enough! Heals. Need heals badly.
In crisis, we can rely only upon each other.
No, we have. It has to be reconstruction, right? 27, pretty good. Hey, that also saves your life, lady. I'm just gonna have her swap up. It doesn't really matter at this point, and she can do this without gaining stress or wound or windedness. Yeah, and just nobody's allowed to melee ever again.
Hold fast.
Okay, with the crits. Damn. Alright, your blight resist is terrible. Shouldn't be seeing a lot of that nonsense. Just deal with that right away. I was gonna wait until it was removing 2 stress from both targets, but that's never gonna happen to him. And I think we're just yapping over and over again at this point. That's all she can do. Let's not burn to death. Damn, that attack hits hard. I mean, speeding you down I don't think is really going to do a ton. Just keep adding defense, I guess. Oh, and she literally can't do anything. Yop has a cooldown. So we need to be taking that into account here a little bit. Vulnerability Hex feels really bad on a guy who has... a guy who we're only hitting with blight attacks, but... Jesus. Alright. So he's pretty close to dead. I'm going to yop him again. And then you are going to, I think, step forward to give her something to do so she doesn't stress out. She liked that. She liked somebody jumping in front of her when she was in grave danger. That's cool. Alright, well, they're both going to get testy about it. Okay, a 10.
At last, the world's mind is free to remember a time before the cancerous corruption.
Okay, so we did something. It is not super clear to me what that something is.
The Odyssey strengthens you.
Okay. First victory bonus, 17. That's 82 candles. And I guess that means we've unlocked the second run.
It was you who found the cipher, scribbled hastily in the decaying margins of some long-forgotten tome. Scribbled in blood. Whether by providence or happenstance, we stumbled upon the mark of some strange power invoked the world over, reflected in cultures predating mankind itself. A semicircle radiating 5 points of power. A symbol hidden deep in the iconography of every ancient empire. The Iron Crown, enigmatic and ubiquitous.
Here we are at our altar, which somehow contains an entire town with a very large number of candles. So here's what I'm thinking. I'm going to spend these candles. We're going to get up to the start of the next run, but I'm not actually going to do the next run here. We'll start the gameplay of the next chapter in the next episode. And I'm just going to take as my reward for the victory a little bit of an easier day today. But we have a lot of spending to do.
Study the winding roads
of
our kingdom. Find any advantage.
This is going to be like 1 or 2 points of cost off, right? Like, that doesn't feel all that significant. But some of these upgrades, like going all the way to get a random inn item just for getting to the inn, is interesting. It's 45 candles, though. We can take this win and just buy out a most of a meter, and I do think that that's interesting. If we wanted to finish the journey meter, it would only be 75 candles. Increased loot from running over road debris. It's hard to know exactly what that means. Is it like +1 thing? Or, because it could be meaningful, right? It could be significant, but also it could not be. And maybe the best way to do this is, in fact, to upgrade the hell out of our heroes first.
Once more.
Hero meters are only 50, 60-ish candles long, so we could actually max some people out. Max someone out. We could even pick up a new character and max them out. This is probably the better play. So, if we were to finish somebody's thing off, stat buff, trinket, another path, tiny stat buff, available trinket, and like finding one of these indelible trinkets that we had unlocked from the meter probably was a significant part of what made this run work. So these things are not to be ignored. Plus 50% damage when stealthed. That's interesting. But I feel like we did a really good job with the grave robber here, and maybe it's time to swap her out. Maybe we go highwayman and we just like buy the highwayman's entire meter. A signature inn item. The morbid joke. Sometimes when arriving at the inn, this feels like a weird thing to buy. You buying like a joke book, maybe? Unlocks the yellow hand. Wow, target highway robbery skills, steal positive tokens. That's pretty fun. Yeah, maybe we just wanna max somebody out. Okay, the plague doctor. Wait, how do you read this? Party, plague doctor, chance of heal. It seems like it Is it supposed to be saying that it only works on the Plague Doctor? Why is the party tag even there then? They're not really good at expressing some of this stuff. Maybe we just want to buy up a new character and do it that way. I don't know much about the Runaway, and the Runaway didn't exist in the previous game. It's a little bit more fire-based, I think. A character that was created to take advantage of the fire stuff. You know what we're going to do? I'm just going to purchase the entire Runaway. We'll play with the Runaway next round.
She will teach others to survive in scarcity, and through her, abundance will bloom from lifeless debris.
Yeah, that seems fun. We'll just pick up a new character. So what's your deal? Front rank burn stealth support. I can't right click on you. But she wants to be up front, it sounds like. So we probably don't want to have the Man-at-Arms and the Hellion both live this run. I might keep the Occultist, so we might put some more candles into the Occultist. The Warlock path gives you more range skills. Maybe we take off the knife and we focus on like tentacles and stuff. Plus 10 damage per stress. That's interesting. Okay, let's buy up to the Warlock path here. That's another 8 candles. You can try running a
little more strength.
Running a slightly different version of the Occultist, and then it's like Frontliner, either Man-at-Arms or Hellion, whichever is going to complement best, and then maybe we put the rest of the candles into the Highwayman and run the Highwayman as well. 18 candles gets us to here. Well, let's buy up to the hero path at least.
Of a world.
Do we think that resolution is interesting? Probably not, right? Like, it's kind of boring. Is there something else I can buy that would be more interesting? For 4 candles, I could get you a buff to your stun resistance, or we could get you the possibility of finding a cool trinket. Yeah, I don't know. Or we could get the Occultist that same death blow resist. Or we could just hold it for later. None of this stuff's like really exciting. I guess you don't want your healer to die, right? And especially with the healer's health being reduced, maybe that's a reasonable way to do that. And then do we want to throw the last candle into the fields, I guess?
Iron. Such implements will serve us well.
Show me a fun trinket. Trinkets are more meaningful than a lot of the other things.
In a sea of madness.
Okay. Tinderbox to go along with your other fire-based trinkets.
Once more into the maelstrom, in search of what hope yet remains.
And I think every time we come across a large stash of candles like that, we'll just buy a whole character. Which confession you choose determines which final boss you will face in the mountain. It also changes how long the expedition is, which buffs enemies can get via ordainment, flame effects, and more.
Indistinct and ill-lighted. No comfort awaits you here.
I'm assuming it also affects the unfurling of the plot, like you need to keep moving along to keep getting more overall plot? Probably, right?
Left unsurfaced, grievances gain a terrible strength.
So, on the Denial Confession, you do not require a trophy to enter the mountain, but for all others, you must collect at least 1 trophy by defeating a region boss. So this we did do anyway, but we didn't have to that first time. You may attack a boss early in the expedition or later on, but remember, if you reach the gates to the mountain without a trophy, you will be sent home. Even though the journey will be ended, you'll still score candles of hope for whatever you accomplished. Just not the big bunch at the end.
Your vociferous calls to bring our findings before the faculty. were dangerously premature. Given the gaps in our understanding, doing so would risk ridicule, or worse, robbery. I took no pleasure in asserting my seniority,
Yeah, I
stifling
bet.
your protestations with a strict mandate of absolute secrecy. You acquiesced, but your plaintive susurrations betrayed a burgeoning resentment. The crossroads, where lost souls hope to find their way.
All right, let's check out this runaway. Bonnie the Runaway. All right, so skills. The basic skills we have here. Searing Strike has a chance to start a fire, a more damaging fire if there's a combo token up. So that's only in the front 2 spaces. Can you use that? Only in the back 2 spaces can you Firefly. We have Smokescreen, which puts up a combo token and blinds the target. That seems pretty useful. Can be done from anywhere. Double Stealth and back 1. And then the ability to remove people's stealth. So it definitely feels like we want to learn more abilities here. Hearthlight removing blind from all allies is potentially something. Ooh, wow. Smokescreen upgraded is actually really good. Combo token and 2 blinds and a vulnerability is huge. Yeah, we definitely need to get you some new skills. So that's probably the focus of this next run, is like hero shrining the runaway as much as we can. So burn resistance, piercing, burn causing skills are more likely to crit, less likely to do damage, but you might catch fire. Might catch a little bit of fire. Better healing given and some fire resist piercing. Unfortunately, we don't actually have any healing skills, right? And this is one that is maybe reliant on skills we haven't unlocked yet. Or the Orphan. I have nothing, and so I have everything. So you do more melee damage the closer you are to the front. You deal more fire the closer you are to the back, and you get a crit bonus whenever you do a fire starter skill. Which, the thing is, there's a lot of there's clearly a lot of tags, right? We see things like fire starter skills all the time, but it doesn't actually tell us which skills are the fire starter skills. So we can probably guess with a tag like fire starter, but I don't think it's easy to guess with all the tags. Like, which ones are the occultist anamnesis skills, right? So I do wish that these things had their tags exposed a little bit more. I do think that one's interesting. So the Orphan can kind of like bounce around the party and do different things depending on where she is. I kind of like that. We put her in like the middle and have her like push herself back with run and hide or something occasionally. We have other people moving around her. I do think that that's interesting.
Remains, save a burning will to survive.
And the 3 skills we have unlocked that aren't these 2 can be used from anywhere. So or do we want to just stick? We could just stick her in the back and do Arsonist. Because Arsonist doesn't, the pot throw doesn't really do that much damage up front anyway. Losing the damage doesn't matter that much. We need a good source of combo token generation. We're going to pick up Smokescreen, but like, how often am I going to put a combo token on somebody with her and then have it still be there later, right? Yeah, I don't know. I think this is certainly interesting. You know what, let's do Orphan. Let's have her start in front. And she'll punch people in the face, and then we'll play Barristan behind her.
More devastating than the horrors of 100 campaigns.
I gotta remember that Barristan's bolster removes stuff. And then we'll have you... Yeah, we'll basically just play Dismiss the same way we were playing.
A fugitive seeking to outpace the past.
And if we make you a warlock, it makes sense to put you in back and probably not give you this. I think I do like vulnerability hacks. It is so hard to guarantee malediction, you know? But like maybe we have it on the bar, like especially if you're not using sacrificial stab. We didn't get to this condition even a single time. It seems very, very difficult to set up. So this attack, this loadout has no way to actually deal damage to the front two ranks aside from malediction, which we realistically cannot do. So if that's the case, maybe you like really max out on the things that can hit the front ranks, even if they're not necessarily great. What does this do with a combo token? It just burns for more. Okay. Yeah. So we're going into a harder difficulty with a party that's less capable and kind of a confusing loadout, and we're probably going to lose. And I think I'm okay with that. We'll just try to develop Dismiss and Bonnie a little bit and hope that that goes somewhere. That's my primary concern. I mean, we can make it to the Valley Inn, right?
What a pity.
The Valley's not a real zone. Yeah, we just have like a little bit of stuff to do. Okay. That's totally fine.
The winds whip more harshly on the far side of the brook. The bulwark of your denial is giving way.
I feel like we've already moved past the bulwark of our denial. I don't know. Don't know that it matters terribly. Look at everyone's terrible damage. I like her animations at least.
Are encouraging.
Okay, it's not a big blight. Hey, why am I randomly getting... Okay. Was that part of my, my path? Yes, it totally was. I'm just not paying attention. Okay. Yeah, that makes it feel a lot more, sensible to have that thing on our, what do you call it? To have the skill that requires 2 charges of unchecked power. For right now, we shall simply weaken you and then heal off this damage. There we go. It feels like a party with a reasonable damage output. Got some weirdness for sure, but...
Let it die. Push on to the inn. Rest and resupply await you.
So it looks like we don't get to start this run with nearly as much free mastery, which is definitely a concern.
The place is a little worse for wear, but familiar nonetheless. One learns quickly when survival demands it.
So I think I do like this. Just more raw damage increases the value of the percentage damage modifier. And then maybe we also take pistol, right? Get that up to 4 to 8 with 15% crit. Just our biggest damage dealers, since we can't upgrade everything, certainly.
Spend what you can, or wealth no longer has meaning. If indeed it ever did.
Huh. Just if people are less annoyed by the ride on the road, more likely to be friendly. I guess so.
Something to ease the rigors of the road.
Let's definitely take all of the stuff that can boost relationships. Let's use it now and see where we end up. Okay, that's not too bad. Got a couple of +2s in the first one. And so now... yeah, Dismas likes Barristan, and Bonnie also likes Barristan. So I think I'm going to push with this stuff. Let's go... I'm going to do Bonnie and Barristan both times. So this doesn't do anything positive if you don't have a flammable item equipped. There's no reason to do anything with it. This can give us some blight resist at the cost of some bleed resist. It's a little risky, especially with our healer occasionally bleeding people. So I might not want to equip that unless we're going to a particularly blight-heavy place.
Each improvement, a new variable in the equation of your fate.
Alright, we'll set up our basic flame.
With the strength of your conviction.
Minus 15% candles is a bummer. But, you know what really hurts your candles is if you die early in the run. And then, yeah, the Orphan Wolf Cub, obviously, very cool. We should probably unlock more pets at some point. And I guess there's nothing left to do but get moving.
Every road a winding torment. Every turn bent on our destruction.
I definitely feel like I want to go into the Shroud. What I did not do is look at people's goals. So let's see. Enter the Sluice, enter the Shroud, bolster twice in a fight, kill some swine. Okay, so I think we do want to go Shroud. And I feel like Shroud's probably going to have... it looks like it has tentacles in the window. It's probably going to have a lot of like cosmic enemies. And I don't feel like I know whether or not they're going to cause bleeds or blights. I think we can just hold on to this for right now. We have weak grip, which sucks, but we're also bloodthirsty, which, you know, combined with the orphan thing, is making us hit pretty hard. Clutch hitter's cool. Necrophobic is fine. Shroud Tactician. You really want to be in the Shroud. A fear of non-human creatures is probably not a great thing to have in the Shroud. And then Fragile seems really bad, something we want to make sure we're removing. Put some priority on that for sure. And yeah, I guess with that, let's rest and get out there.
The shrouded coast, isolated and drowning in amphibious degeneracy.
Why, that's the worst kind of degeneracy. Okay, no relationship pulled on the first one. So I guess this right here is where we're going to call it for the day. We are all prepared to get into some kind of horrible new situation and just get, like, fully flensed. All the skin just gone. That's my prediction. Come back next time to see if it comes true. And we'll see you then.